So this is a tutorial on how to revive someone in People Playground without having to use a life syringe. So first, we want to pick out our person, obviously, so we can kill him, or I guess unalive him. We want to inspect him to, make sure we know how his body's doing, specifically the head, because that's the most important part. And then we drop the nuke. We want to pause before we activate the nuke so that we can follow the head, so that we can follow the person and find their corpse pretty easily. You don't have to do this, it's just easy to do this. Plus you can just watch him kind of ragdoll around. Don't grab him while he is ragdolling, because that can obviously hurt him. Then you want to unfollow his head so we can have freer movement. Set him upright, or not really upright, but like lay him down. And you want to separate the feet, and the legs and the arms, so that you can mend all of these bones. Make sure to check every single bone. There's quite a few, but it's not too bad. You just need to make sure that he can walk and do everything that he needs to do when he is revived, since we are fully healing him. And this just makes it a lot easier to mend these bones, while, And then we want to set him up in this kind of position so that he's laying on his back. So it's the most comfortable position. I know he's dead, can't really feel comfort, but, So then we want to grab our coagulation syringe and our mending syringe, and we want to put both in him. The coagulation syringe is to stop any internal and external bleeding, which we are doing here, but as you can see, that kind of doesn't work for this guy. And then we put in the mending syringe, which clears up any rotting. So the coagulation syringe clearly isn't fixing the internal bleeding, so we need to move it from one of his limbs to either his chest or his head. I decided to go for his chest here. And after we clear up the internal bleeding, it won't come back, as far as I know anyway, so we can just take the coagulation serum out. Now at this point, once he's no longer rotted, we can use the defibrillator. And oh, I accidentally spawned another one, but yeah. We can use this, and you can use this a few times. Just don't overuse it because it can burn the patient. And see, he's awake, but he still has numbness, and he still has brain damage. So numbness should clear up on its own. It just did. But the brain damage, you need to first grab an atom bomb. I know, pretty weird to grab an atom bomb to heal someone, but we need the tritium inside of the atom bomb. We grab, I forget what that was called, but yeah, we take the tritium from the atom bomb, and see, this is what happens when he has brain damage. He spasms, but we want to inject the tritium into his brain to get rid of the brain damage. Spasms can cause the patient to hurt himself, so we clearly want to get rid of that. And see, just a little bit of tritium fixes the brain damage. Don't use too much tritium though, because that can end up giving him permanent brain damage instead of, fixing it like we want it to. So we can just play around, shock him. Clearly we've made a mockery of God, so we just need to kind of put things right, put this man out of his misery. Oh, he got up. This should just be painless anyways.